Remember this guy? He was inside his car reading a book, waiting out a thunderstorm in the parking lot of a gas station.
There's people that are concerned because you've been out here for a couple hours. They want to make sure you're okay.
Okay.
You got some ID on you?
I can move if you want. I'm just resting.
I know, I'm not accusing you of anything. They want us to check on you. I just want to know who I'm talking to, that's all.
Even though he had committed no crime and offered numerous times to leave, these cops refused to let him leave because they wanted his ID.
I'm just passing through, sir.
Okay, I need your ID.
Did I commit a crime?
You're loitering.
If I'm trespassing...
Yes, you are, because you've been here for hours. Okay. I need your ID.
The cop said just because they got a call from the woman working inside the gas station who did not allege that any crime had occurred.
It was pouring down raining, so I was like, maybe they just needed to pull over, but come in and say something. We open at 6 a.m. I don't know what the hell you doing. I mean, he hasn't came in here and did anything.
That entitled them to obtain this guy's ID, whether he wanted to give it to them or not. But this guy knew that he had done nothing wrong and that his constitutional rights were being violated, and so he made the choice to exercise his rights.
I'm just trying to protect my constitutional rights.
But us asking you to identify yourself isn't a violation of your constitutional rights. It's not, because you're required to identify yourself while we're investigating the nature of the call.
Well, now the court in Georgia has spoken. Were the cops right here, or were they wrong? So these brave, Constitution-loving cops arrested this innocent man.
All right, we're going to go to jail. All right, put your hands on your back, please.
And I did a video on this about 5 months ago, which went almost to 3 million views. Well, I heard from his lawyer today, there's a huge update. The court in Georgia has now ruled on the criminal case. So in the end, who was right about this? The cops or this guy from New York whom they thought was suspicious? This is John Choe. He's from New York City. He's a member of the Religious Society of Friends. He was traveling south on February 16th, 2025, and he was planning to worship at the Athens Friend Meeting in Clarke County, Georgia. On his way to the meeting, it began to rain heavily, and he stopped at a Murphy USA gas station to wait out the thunderstorm. After parking his car, he read a book called Sky Full of Elephants by Sebo Campbell. This is the actual gas station that he stopped at, Murphy USA gas station in Athens, Georgia, along this busy highway right across the street from a Walmart. John was interrupted by a knock on his car door by police officers who just had to have that crack. They had to have that ID.
I'm just stopping for the... Just stopping. Is that okay?
Yeah, there's people that are concerned because you've been out here for a couple hours. They want to make sure you're okay.
Okay.
You got some ID on you?
Yeah, I do, but I can move if you want.
You don't. I'm not saying you have to.
I'm just resting.
I know. I'm not accusing you of anything. They want us to check on you. I just want to know who I'm talking to. That's all.
I'm just passing through, sir.
Okay. I need your ID.
Did I commit a crime?
You're loitering.
If I'm trespassing...
Yes, you are, because you've been here for hours.
Are you gonna arrest me?
Do I need? Do I need to?
I don't know. I didn't.
Okay, you need to identify yourself. Please provide me your identification.
Officer, if I committed a crime,
yes, it's called trespassing and loitering. That's a crime.
I don't believe I've been trespassing.
Okay, it doesn't matter what you believe.
In Georgia, like most other states, the trespassing law requires that he enter the property with knowledge that he's been trespassed from it or not supposed to be there. He had not been trespassed from the property. Police officers cannot forcibly detain you without reasonable suspicion that you have committed some crime. And then all the questions that he answered alleviated any other hunches that the officers may have had, that he was casing out the joint or anything like that. He clearly was not. They knew that he was not. They just were upset that he asserted his rights, and they thought that was suspicious. Reasonable suspicion to forcibly ID somebody cannot be the fact that they asserted their Fourth Amendment rights. That's not illegal. That's protected activity.
You need to provide your ID.
All I was doing, officer, was reading a book.
I need your ID.
I mean, you're going to arrest me because...
If you don't provide your ID, I will.
Just for parking my car?
For trespassing and loitering. You've been here for hours. That's not normal behavior. It's not normal behavior. I need your ID.
I don't know what you mean by normal behavior. Is that...
People don't park in gas stations for hours. They come get gas and they leave. They come to the store, grab something and leave. You've been here for hours. I need your ID.
I've actually been doing this for...
Give me your ID or we're going to, then you're going to be detained.
You're going to arrest me?
Potentially, yes. I'm trying to provide you an opportunity. No,
car?
I already explained to you why we're here. Provide your ID.
Sir, I didn't do anything wrong.
Provide your ID.
I'm not required to provide
Yes, you are when we're investigating a complaint.
No, you're not, sir. Can I talk to your sergeant?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm going to get out of the car, okay? Please don't. I'm just getting out of the car.
Okay, I still need your ID. You're going to provide an ID. I'm going to no, keep the door open.
Okay.
I'm going to know who I'm talking to.
I just want to let you know
ID.
I'm not a threat to you guys. I have no weapons.
Okay, great.
I'm just reading a book in my car.
Sir, we could have been dealt with this.
If you want to talk to your sergeant, I'm perfectly happy to wait. I'm not a threat to you guys.
I didn't say you were a threat.
I'm not resisting arrest.
The issue is not that we believe you're a threat. The issue is that we received a complaint that you've been out here for a long time.
I just parked my car to read a book. That's all.
I understand that,
there's a thunderstorm.
I'm aware
You know
of
it's
that.
unsafe to drive during a thunderstorm.
Because of the nature of the complaint, and we're out here, you need to provide us with identification so we know who we're talking to.
He said because of the nature of the complaint and because we're out here, we have to know who we're talking to. Okay then, what was the nature of the complaint? 20 or so minutes later, the officer goes inside the gas station and he talks to the employee working behind the counter. That's who called them. And through that conversation, we can see that no criminal conduct was alleged at all. She just called because he had been in their parking lot since approximately 5:45, and he hadn't come into the store, though she acknowledged that it had been raining.
Morning. I don't know. He's being difficult. Do you want to bar him?
Good morning, huh?
He's coming from. He's not even from here. He's from New York. So I don't know what he's got going on.
I mean, I wasn't even gonna call him, but it's like every weekend. This is something that's happening to me.
Yeah,
like
happened last weekend.
Yeah, last Saturday,
Okay.
guy was sitting on pump 7 for about an hour.
Yeah, no, that's not normal behavior. I agree.
It's different.
I don't have any-
And he's been out there since about 5:45.
Okay.
Have a good
I
day.
mean, it
I'll be
was
back at
pouring
12.
down raining, so I was like, maybe they just needed to pull over, but hell, come in and say something. We open at 6 a.m. I don't know what the hell you doing.
Yeah, no, I get it. That's you tucked in the corner. It's like that's how things. I get it. Do you want to bar him or do you want? What do you want to do?
I mean,
You can. It's up to you.
So there really wasn't a problem at all. No crime had occurred. Notice that the officer did not tell her that the guy had been begging them basically to leave the property. Instead, here the officers solicit and try to convince her basically to trespass him from the property. And the reason that they're doing that is so that they can manufacture a reason that they would need to have his ID for their quote unquote investigation.
I mean, I don't work for the store.
I mean, he hasn't came in here and did anything, but I don't want to bar him for no reason. But hell, I need him to get off their property.
Okay.
Go somewhere else. But
Okay.
I probably should go ahead and bar him because he's gonna come back and say you're the one called the cops on me. Probably.
I mean, I don't know this guy. He's not from here. He's from New York. So
You can bar him. I
you want
really
to
take
bar
this hard.
him? Okay.
I'm scared.
I get it. It's a crazy world we live in.
Especially on the east side.
Yeah, they want to bar him.
You want to bar him?
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain to you the nature of our
So
investigation.
here's the thing, Justin. They want to bar you from the property. Okay, that's on them. That's their right to do. So in order to do that, at this point in time, it is a criminal trespass warning. Okay, it's not an arrest. However, it is something where we do need your ID so that you can fill out the paperwork and officially make it that you are barred from this property. Okay, so at this point in time, because they want to do that, we are going to need your ID.
Okay, I just need to fully understand what's going on. So I parked my car here during the rain. They called you, I don't know exactly when, but when you guys arrived, you asked my ID. I refused to give my ID because I didn't believe I did anything wrong. But now you went to the manager or whoever this person is, and they are asking for a bar. I just trying to explain.
They're trespassing you from the
Trespass
property.
warning. So what they're doing is they are barring you, they are trespassing you from the property, which means if you return back here, then you will be arrested for trespass. Okay? So for that process, we will need your ID. Okay?
So just so I understand, they're asking me to leave.
No, they're telling you you're not back allowed on this property. They're making an official report and documenting that you're not allowed on this property.
Okay, I haven't been here before.
It doesn't matter, sir.
I'm just trying to
No,
understand.
you keep on trying to string it
You say
along.
you keep trying to understand, but we're explaining to you the process.
And you just keep on
Okay?
going in circles.
So,
We're not going to keep doing
And you
this.
keep going back to the point that we've already explained. All right? So here's the thing. We get your ID. We put it in the system. We trespass you from the property. You're on your way. You're never going to return here again, so it's not going to be a problem for you, right?
I
so
wasn't planning
we
to
make it
come back.
official, and we move on. And that's that. That's the end of it right there.
So-
Okay?
Sir, I was not planning to come back here.
Okay.
So
Okay, but we have to make it official still
That's
per
right.
their request. Now, if you don't like that, you can call into corporate and you can complain about that.
I don't know what this company is.
It's Murphy's,
Okay.
okay? It's the Murphy's gas station.
Okay.
But right now, the people that are on site, who are the ones that have the authority to do that, that's what they want to do, okay? So we're going to move forward with that process.
All right. We're going to go to jail. All right. Put your hands behind your back, please. Thank you.
Let me buy this one on the car.
I don't know, like, if you're, like, on a crusade or something, man. Is there anything else going to poke, stick, or cut me?
No, I don't have anything sharp.
So he was arrested here, he was taken to jail, and he was forced to spend thousands of dollars to hire a criminal defense attorney to defend against those criminal charges. A couple of weeks ago, on September 3rd, the court where this is pending issued an order ruling on the motion to dismiss that was filed by Mr. Choe, based on the Fourth Amendment violations that I had discussed in the last video. This is the order on that motion to suppress. It says that on July 22nd of this year, there had been a hearing in this case. It notes that the main officer involved here is Clarke County Officer John LaValley of the Athens-Clarke County Police Department. The order states that the court heard testimony from Officer LaValley and also reviewed Officer LaValley's body cam footage. The court also admitted into evidence the 911 call that was made by the gas station employee. The court found that during the initial 911 call from the clerk at the Murphy USA gas station, the clerk stated, quote, "A car has been sitting in the parking lot for over an hour and that she does not want to approach the vehicle." After giving the 911 operator a description of the car, the clerk stated, quote, "I don't know if they are handicapped or if they fell asleep or if they are okay. I don't know what they are doing." After the operator asked the clerk if she wants the car to leave, the clerk initially agrees, but then clarifies, "I guess I'm rather trying to make sure they're okay. There's too much going on in the world now. They haven't came in and said anything about needing to sit there for a while, so I don't know why they're there." The court found that the call was made primarily out of concern for the safety and well-being of Mr. Choe, not for the purpose of reporting suspected criminal activity that was occurring on the property. The court found that this 911 call failed to provide articulable facts that give rise to suspicion of any specific criminal conduct. Mr. Choe's mere presence in his car at the gas station parking lot, even if for an extended period of time, is insufficient standing alone to suspect criminal behavior. The court further noted it appears that Officer LaValley was operating off some hunch or inclination that the defendant was loitering based on the length of time he had been parked at the gas station. However, Officer LaValley had no affirmative evidence that any of Mr. Choe's actions warranted a justifiable and reasonable alarm or created concern for the safety of persons or property in the vicinity. The court does not find that Officer LaValley's second-tier encounter, i.e. detention, with Mr. Choe was justified by a reasonable, articulable suspicion. And for those reasons, the court granted the motion to dismiss. That was on September 3rd. Then the next day, as a result of that ruling, the entire criminal case ended up being dismissed. So that's good news. The criminal case is gone. But you know what? Isn't it a bunch of garbage that Mr. Choe had to hire a lawyer, spend thousands of dollars in order to obtain that result. No crime had been committed. The clerk called out of concern for Mr. Choe's safety. Once the officers checked on Mr. Choe, they saw that he was fine and he offered to leave. That should have been it. They should have allowed him to leave. But they just had to have that crack. They just had to have his ID so that they could snoop around on his background and check to see if he had any warrants. Because after all, he is from New York. So there we have it. Even the judge in this jurisdiction where Officer LaValley is a police officer has made a finding that he violated Mr. Choe's constitutional rights. According to Mr. Choe's lawyer, he doesn't have any information that Officer LaValley has been disciplined for this in any way. And I assume that he has not because they were still trying to prosecute Mr. Choe. It really wasn't much of a gray area at all to see that arresting a guy for reading a book in his car during a thunderstorm at a gas station was a Fourth Amendment violation. So now Mr. Choe is going to file a civil lawsuit. He has a civil rights lawyer. I will put his information below, as well as the links to the raw body cam footage on Mr. Choe's YouTube page. I'll also include his GoFundMe, which to date has helped fund his legal battle, and it looks like since my last video, around $20,000 has been raised. Sadly, that is what somebody has to do to get justice in the criminal justice system in this country. It takes money, like $20,000 money. So many people don't have access to that, and therefore don't have access to justice. That's why police officers like Officer LaValley are so confident when they're violating people's civil rights, because rarely can anyone even afford to do anything about it. Hopefully there will be some level of accountability in the civil rights lawsuit, but you know what? That's not enough. There needs to be more than that. And you can help by sharing this footage. Everybody should see what Officer LaValley did, that he violated the Constitution just to jam up this innocent guy who wasn't doing anybody any harm. Quite the opposite. I'll continue to follow this one, and you can follow along by subscribing both here and at the blog at thecivilrightslawyer.com. You can follow me on X at John Bryan ESQ. Remember, our rights don't end where your fear begins. Freedom is scary. Deal with it.